So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is the Ryan here.
And today we once again have another interesting video for you all.
Yes, now this one's actually talking about who we play as in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, and this is a very widely debated topic amongst the Five Nights at Freddy's community.
Yes, it is. We actually have no idea who we're playing as in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, but if you analyze the trailer correctly and look at your surroundings, you may find a couple of hints.
Yes, now firstly, the very first thing we're introduced in the trailer is the hallway that we're looking down.
Yes.
And what this scene is actually introducing us to is the flashlight, which is obviously a game mechanic, but it's the camera angle that is used that is very, very peculiar.
Absolutely, yeah, and that basically is a lower down camera angle. We always seem to be looking up to our surroundings. We're rarely on the same level, and I suppose something really interesting as well is when you're in the bedroom, if you look at the perspective, we're kind of looking up towards everything else, and you can see that the light source is definitely shining at an upwards angle. There's more light casting on the floor than there is the ceiling, meaning this guy must be a little bit smaller.
Definitely, yes, and we know this player, the player that we're playing as, to be a child due to the actual surroundings we're in inside the bedroom. There's toys scattered across the floor, and I don't think an adult will have toys like this scattered across their bedroom floor.
Absolutely not. And genuinely, when we actually see games and things like this, the surroundings will represent the character we play as, and more specifically, I think that these toys definitely represent the person we're playing as due to the fact we can't actually see his identity, so Scott may be trying to push the fact we are in fact playing as a younger person in this house.
Yes, now more specifically, you may be thinking, okay, we're playing as a young child, but where does this actually fit into the timeline? Well, if you remember green shirts, blue jeans guy,
yes,
he was a he's a guy that's shown up in all the games, but doesn't really play a significant role. And if we're to look at this left drawer in the bedroom, we can actually see a green shirt hanging out one of the drawers.
Absolutely, yeah, which once again is going back to the same character we've seen in a lot of the drawings throughout the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, and it really does leave the possibility of, could we actually be playing as the green shirt, blue jeans character? And I think the more important question then lies as to who he actually is and why we would be playing as him.
Okay, so we figured out who we might be playing as, a child, green shirt, blue jeans guy, but where does he fit into the storyline? Now, if you actually look at the toys inside the bedroom, it purges a lot of ideas to who we may actually be the son of.
Yes, and that is actually the purple guy. And the main theory behind this is actually the very prominent purple fan sat on the left drawer, and also the purple badged robot in the bottom right hand corner next to the other drawer.
Yes, so what we're actually suggesting here is that we are the son of the purple guy, and the fact that we don't see any adults in the house is because this guy is actually doing a night shift at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza at this time.
Yes, and this is where things get very interesting, because I think a lot of people may be starting to ask the question after a couple of days of seeing this teaser that, why is it that there seems to be a child left on his own throughout the middle of the night? There seems to be absolutely nobody within this house. It seems a very uncoincidental scenario. You'd never see this in real life, and if you did, it would definitely not be something that would be reputable. Now, as Ryan said before, could the fact that this house is completely empty all boil down to the fact that the purple guy is actually working at the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza establishment, and the child is left all on his own in this house?
Yes, and this would also explain what we've brought home. Maybe it wasn't us that brought this back. Maybe it was this child's father who gave him a toy that maybe was filled with these haunted, like, animatronic souls, or these child souls that then haunted his house in his dreams.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if these animatronics are in a physical form, we have to think back to the help them save the minigame. Now, we see that the purple badge guy seems to dismantle each of these animatronics, and we don't really know what happens after that. We don't know exactly when this cutscene takes place, but for all we know, he could be taking these animatronic parts, possibly, and doing alternative things with them. And this is actually backed up as well with the fact that this purple robot figurine actually has a crank of some kind within his right hand.
Yes, I think that what Scott is doing right here is telling the story, the hidden parts of the story, just by, I don't know, just from placing where they are right now. It's just obviously we're going to relate. Purple is a huge colour in Five Nights at Freddy's, and putting so many purple objects in this child's room is really going to make us question and think back to, you know, what could have possibly happened.
Yeah, and also backing this whole idea up is something that the phone guy says throughout the various phone calls in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Now, in one of the nights, he actually mentions the fact that he worked in that office just before you. Now, what we have to remember is that typically in an office space, people will try and associate things with their family. And we can actually see this green shirt, blue jeans character being drawn, and he's actually stamped onto the wall right in front of you. So this could mean a specific form of bonding, maybe with this green shirt, blue jeans character and the phone guy, considering he previously worked in that office just before you.
Definitely, and it just makes you think, if we are playing as green shirts, blue jeans, then that cutscene in Mangle's, well, that